Mariah May had a Hollywood ending with Toni Storm at AEW Revolution, but now it looks like she could be having an all-elite ending. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. The speculation is out there that Mariah May is reportedly going to WWE and that she will not be signing a new contract with Tony Khan's AEW.
Going to the promised land, the big nose land. The underdogs, apparently.
The land of the nostrils. Now, I just want to point something out here, right? I seen that Hey Lucy guy say WWE's going to make her a star, right? Hey Lucy, for you that don't know, some loser that just like bashes AEW and pro-tweets WWE. It's pathetic, but he does this on Twitter all day. And like last week, 2 weeks ago, he says that Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton's feud was way better than that crap, the garbage that they did on AEW with Mariah May and Toni Storm. But now there's a sniff of Mariah May going to WWE. All of a sudden, these people are saying, oh, Mariah May is good and that WWE is going to make her a star and that she's going to be like a top women wrestler. And it's just pathetic, man. See the fanboys in wrestling, they ruin it for me. It's bad enough the product being shite, and make no mistake about it, it is. And see if wrestling fans on the internet didn't exist, I'm not going to be like, well, wrestling's great, because it would still be shit. But the fans, see those people on Twitter, man, they make it worse.
No, they do. I mean, are they in it for the engagement, the interactions? Aye. Do they genuinely believe what they're saying? Probably not, but doesn't change the fact that I see it. It makes me want to battle them.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not going to change my opinion on someone. See if someone goes to AEW, I'm not going to say they're good, or if someone goes to WWE, I'm not going to say they're shit, and vice versa. There's people in AEW that I think are good. There's people in AEW I think are shite. There's people in WWE I think that are good, and there's people in WWE I think are shit. Like, just depending on what company they go to, I'm not just going to do a 180 and start licking their ass and pretending that they're great. Like, you reviewed AEW, you survived the 2 hours, I believe, the other night.
Last night.
You talked about MJF's segment with the Hurt Syndicate being segment of the year. I think MJF's good. I like MJF. Do I think he's overrated by some AEW fans? Yes, but do I think that he's actually really good and is better than a lot, if not most people in WWE? Yes. See if the guy was like half a foot taller. MJF for me would be... he could be the next main guy in WWE. Do I think MJF's better than Roman Reigns? I fucking do. The only thing Roman Reigns has got over MJF's about 7 inches in height, and that's it.
A wee bit of Samoan in him.
a bit of Rock blood, a bit of Dwayne blood, a bit of the Johnson in him. But hold on here. Take the look aside. Who's better? In ring, it's MJF. Charisma, MJF.
Even his movies are better.
Promo, MJF. MJF is far superior to Roman Reigns.
His movies are better. That Iron Claw, and he's in Happy Gilmore too.
What's your thoughts?
No, I totally agree. I've buried MJF a lot recently, but see that segment last night? He made it work, and it was segment of the year. You know what I mean? He basically just whipped out the whole train, and would you get that in WWE these days?
Here's the difference, right? Look at what Roman Reigns does. Takes 10 minutes to come to the ring, points a finger in the air, says acknowledge me. Could MJF pull that off? Absolutely.
Anyone could.
Could Roman Reigns pull off some of the promos that MJF's cut? No, not a fucking chance. Anyway, getting distracted here. So Mariah May has not appeared in AEW since her loss to Toni Storm at AEW Revolution 2025, which was a great match, by the way. We called it the best hardcore match in about 15 years.
Yep.
And it was, not going to take that back, it absolutely was. Some people ain't going to admit it because it was in AEW, but here, the thing is, man, see if Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair had that match, the people in WWE would be making it as if it was the best thing they've ever seen. But then Mariah May posted an Instagram story the other day, caption read, quote, "You can't make the wrong decision because every decision leads you to where you're supposed to be," end of quote. Now, this is when a lot of the fanboys on Twitter started saying, oh, she's going to WWE, she's leaving AEW. Initially, I thought, this was just people taking some stupid Instagram quote out of context. However, it does appear that since then, there's a bit of traction to this, and that potentially she could be leaving AEW. I mean, when you think about it, the fact that she's not appeared since the Revolution pay-per-view would maybe suggest that there's something going on there. Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Radio, they discussed they speculated. Dave Meltzer said the following, quote, she put up a post basically saying that I forgot the exact words, but it was saying like, there are no mistakes on your journey because you want to get to where you want to be or something. It's all part of the trip of getting to where you want to be. She had a photo of Orlando, Florida, and I know from people in WWE that they know she wants to go there. I think people saw that cryptic thing. I don't know when her contract is up. Everyone seems to think it's this summer that it's up. End of quote. Brian Alvarez said, quote, I was given the impression it was a 2-year deal that she signed, so I guess you can do the math. End of quote. Meltzer says, quote, that would be the summer. Alvarez said, quote, but I have heard the same thing, that at least in AEW, there's a belief that she's heading to WWE. End of quote. Right. So they think that in the summer, her contract will expire. It was a 2-year contract. The belief is that in AEW, people believe that she wants to go to WWE. I mean, honestly, man, at this point, I get it. Like, WWE's the be-all and end-all. Like,
Well, not according to Nick Khan.
No, but like, listen, come on. Even back in the day when WCW was kicking WWE's ass, people still wanted to go to WWE, didn't they? I mean, that has been pretty much ignored. Yeah, some people took the money to go to WCW. But see, if you were serious about wrestling, like, WWE was the company. WWF was the... It was. WWF was where you wanted to go. Pretty much everyone has said this.
No, I would agree to an extent, but I do think there was a few years where, even though WWE always had the history, WCW... I'll disagree, actually. I think there was a few years with WCW. I mean, but you're right. It's a tough line because it's like WWE always did feel like the one, you're right, but I do think there was a period where like WCW was on top and there was no two ways about it that it was better. Well, now WWE has... I mean, we're talking about something in the mid-90s here, right? That's 30 years ago. WWE has built since then. AEW is 5 years old. Of course you want to go to WWE. I mean,
like, I know it's...
if Mariah May, right, says, if she's out in a bar or something, or anybody that's in wrestling, they say, oh, I'm a professional wrestler, they'd be like, oh, so you work in WWE? They're never going to think AEW. WWE's the end-all be-all. It's the big one. It's the one people think.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to TNA, and I'm not saying TNA was on the level of WCW. Absolutely not.
But see back.
But see in TNA in the mid 2000s, late 2000s, some of the more established guys, legends, were choosing to work for TNA because the fact that they were legends meant they could still get a decent deal in terms of money and work less dates, and it was appealing for them. But like, if you were up and coming, it's like, if you were given the choice between TNA and WWE and you had to pick one to see out your entire career, I would imagine most people would have picked WWE.
Yep.
So that, I mean, it might be like that for Mariah May, but I would say that she's actually had a good career in AEW. People can say, oh, AEW shit. I mean, if you look at her entire run in AEW, there's been nothing wrong with it. It's been good. Where she came in as like Tony's apprentice, and then she like betrayed her, went on to win a world title. Then she had that great feud with Tony Storm. So, I mean, you can't sit here and say that she wants to leave because she's been booked badly, or, you know, she's had a shite run, or that Tony Khan's not used her correctly. Honestly, if you look at the 2 years Mariah May has been in AEW, I actually think it would be hard for her to expect a better run than she's had.
No, I'd agree with that. And I mean, you look at AEW, it is basically just misfits to a degree. It's people that have always been on the indie scene, or new, or have been like, they felt like they've been fucked over by WWE. You know, the Ricochets, the Moxleys, the Rusevs, the Aleister Blacks. I know they're all coming back. Andrade, those kind of guys. That's what AEW is. The end game is always WWE. It's like, see, even Moxley, right? He might not go back to WWE. Even Jericho, they might not go back. But I bet you Jericho would rather finish his career in WWE than AEW. I bet you Jericho would rather one last WrestleMania match than having a match at Revolution. John Moxley would probably rather have a couple more years in WWE than AEW.
Probably. Now, I mean, I would imagine that AEW would offer Mariah May more money than WWE. So, if she does want to go, I don't think she's been done badly in AEW. I can't sit here and say, oh, she's been wasted. She hasn't. She had a good run. So, it's a bit surprising. But maybe that was always her goal. Maybe her goal was here, get into AEW, make a name for myself, and then go for WWE?
Well, WWE is in fucking desperate need of freshen up its women's division.
Yeah, but my problem is people say she's going to go to WWE and they're going to make her a star. She's going to go to WWE and just be another female on the roster.
Probably.
The WWE don't make... Everyone say she'll just be another generic woman.
Yep.
She's not going to go to WWE and have the success that she's had in AEW. Not going to happen. Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com then said the following about Mariah's status with AEW. He said, quote, PW Insider is told that May has significant time left on her contract, so anyone expecting an imminent appearance would be disappointed. One source believed May's AEW deal could run through in November of this year, while another believed that there may be additional time beyond that. End of quote. So, according to Mike Johnson, it's not the summer that Meltzer and Alvarez are saying. He says that it could be running through to November and possibly even beyond that.
Do you know think Tony Khan's though in a bit of a... He's kind of like paddling up shit creek. A lot of people are going back to WWE or are just simply leaving to go for the first time. See it like, as much as we love McMahon, and it didn't really change things in the larger scheme of things, the latter years of McMahon, a lot of people just left WWE to go to AEW. I think now there seems to be a lot of people wanting to go back because Triple H has turned in to the guy that they would have wanted to work under, the Mark. Well, I think Tony Khan has actually drifted more towards a Vince McMahon style of booking. And it's crazy how that's happened, but I think that's what's actually happened right in front of our fucking eyes.
Yeah, Johnson said that there's rumours that after Revolution, May requested a release from her AEW deal, but that can't be confirmed. I just don't understand why. Makes no sense to me. The only thing that I could think of would be she was upset that she lost the belt, but that'd be lame. That would be cheap.
No, it would be.
I mean,
I think she's just not been on TV because it was a fucking brutal match.
I mean, potentially.
Time off.
And she did lose, and I mean, maybe that's what they're doing. But, I mean, she is still under contract right now, so will she be brought back to TV or not? We don't know. Fightful.com noted that while some believe Mariah is expected to go to WWE, there are sources who claim she's being wise and maximising her leverage and negotiating power. AEW reportedly wants to retain Mariah's services. I mean, could it be that she's just putting out potential interest in WWE because her contract is coming to an end and that she wants to try and negotiate more money? Could be a smart thing from Mariah May. Could be trying to take Tony Khan for every dollar that he's got. And he's got a lot of them.
He's got fucking plenty of dollars, he does, but...
When's Tony Khan going to send us a super chat?
Either way, I think Mariah May's best work will have happened in AEW. As you said, she'll just be another jobber in WWE.
People, oh no, Tony Storm needs to go back and do it.
I know. There's no fucking guarantee.
Look at Matt Hardy. Completely changed his gimmick. Broken Matt, went to WWE. Fucking shite.
Then he went to AEW, it was even fucking worse. It's just... There is no guarantee. I read something earlier. Apparently they wanted to do The Miz against Joe Hendry at Mania, and the reason why it hasn't happened because WWE wanted The Miz to win. And they wonder.
Yeah, no, I actually read that. The guy that turned that down in TNA just got fired recently, by the way.
Well, no wonder.
The guy in TNA says, nah, our world champion shouldn't be losing to a guy that's been jobbing for the best part of a decade now. And apparently, the WWE have now not going to go with it, and that guy's been fired.
No, but
I actually read that.
He's right.
You should be protecting your world champ.
Maybe a part of a decade's a bit of a stretch because he was world champion a couple of years ago.
Aye, but I mean, come on, he was a job. He has been a jobber for a long time.
He was he had that feud with Ziggler 16, 17 for the IC title. Miz felt a wee bit better then. Even the stuff with Shane McMahon. Right now, in 2025, is the worst he's ever been.
Hold on, look at WWE taking advantage of TNA. They take all the top TNA talent and they put them on NXT and they fucking send absolutely nobody to TNA. They're pretty much they're pretty much just going to hire all the good people that they want from TNA when their contracts run out. The least that WWE could do is give TNA the rub back.
No, but see Joe Hendry, right? See for that match to be worth it, right? It would have to be against like a Seth Rollins or something to make the loss be worth the actual, like, you know.
Yeah, but you would think that if he's going to beat the title, would be on the line.
True, but it's just weird. Why like the Miz, man? You know what I mean? Why not fucking even like someone like Braun Breaker, up and coming? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't understand it. But then Meltzer, back to Mariah May. Meltzer was back in there. He gave us an update. And he said that the in regards to the feud with Storm not being drawn out longer, Meltzer says that Mariah apparently made it clear at the time that she was not signing a new deal, so they booked it at that time for that reason, just to end the feud early rather than having it last longer. He then went on to say, quote, "What has happened in other cases, Penta and Phoenix among them, is they want to start renewal talks and the performer seems to make it clear from those talks they aren't signing. When that's the case, Tony Khan normally takes the person off television. We can't confirm the time frame, but can confirm there has been talk in WWE regarding her coming in, with it being known by key people in WWE. The belief is that she wants to come in." End of quote. And that's the last update that we have from Meltzer. Do you remember, though, when Phoenix was under contract and Tony Khan wasn't using him? They said that it was like Phoenix was working under unhumane conditions.
Yeah, it was borderline. Concentration camp. Fucking.
It's like, are you fucking serious? Phoenix signed a contract. You honour your contract.
Yep.
It's as simple as that, man. I actually do not understand why people were making it as if Tony Khan was, like abusing Phoenix or whatever. Phoenix is a grown man. He signed a contract. He's an AEW guy. He then made it clear that he wasn't going to sign a new one. He was obviously going to go to WWE and join his brother, Penta. So therefore, Tony Khan was like, right, well, I'm not going to put you in AEW. Now, Tony Khan at that point, Tony Khan's got Phoenix as an employee, and Phoenix was getting paid, may I add. So, see whether Tony Khan... But he can't win, because Tony Khan could have put Phoenix on TV every week and had him fucking job out and removed his mask, maybe, and all this shit. And then people would have went, oh, Tony Khan's a horrible... Look at that petulant child. He's making Phoenix job out. He's removed his mask. He's damaging his career. But then if he makes him sit out in the sidelines, people are saying, oh, it's inhumane treatment. It's like, Jesus Christ, what a stretch that was.
It's embarrassing. You're right. Even if he booked him as world champ, man, they wouldn't be pleased.
Look at the amount of people in WWE that Triple H just leaves on the fucking sidelines and does nothing with. Why is Triple H not getting accused of inhumane shit?
Why at 6?
Aye, why is that no inhumane for Triple H?
Alexa Bliss.
Why is that no inhumane?
Karrion Kross. That's plenty.
That's plenty. Anyway, closing thoughts here on Mariah May, AEW, Tony Khan, Triple H.
She'll probably go to WWE, but like I said, this will be the best run of her career, I think. I just don't see a WWE... Not that it was particularly unreal or fantastic, but... I mean, if we're saying that the work they're doing with Storm is some of the best stuff on TV, then they put on one of the best hardcore matches in 15 years. I just struggle to see how WWE is going to replicate that in any capacity, because they don't do fucking anything hardcore.
No.
And she's never going to be... I'm not saying she can't feud for the world title in WWE, she might get the odd match, but she's never...
Yeah, but look at the feuds, they're all shite and generic, there's nothing good going on.
I know.
Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Charlotte... Tiffany before that. Tiffany. Nia Jax is right. Where Bailey? All that shit. Where is the standout? I think Liv Morgan done a good job at beating her title reign.
What do you make a Triple H?
Even her title reign was shite. Where is the standout women's performance? In WWE, where's the standout women's run? Or the standout women's championship reign, or the standout women's gimmick or storyline? I mean, where is it in WWE? Where?
It's nowhere to be seen. It just doesn't exist.
So I want to know, see all these people going, oh, WWE's going to make her a star. WWE's going to do this with her, WWE's going to do that with her. Show me someone else Tiffany Stratton's run on the main roster been shite.
No, but look at that. Look at Tiffany and Charlotte, right? Breaking the kayfabe, Ludwig Kaiser's in the DMs, that shit. But then look at like the lengths that like Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio go
It's sitting
to keep kayfabe.
and I think Liv Morgan's the best female in WWE right now, and I want fucking put the belt on Dominic.
No, actually,
Dominic should be in the Gee, so good for. I'd fire both of them.
But no,
put
it
the belt
pisses
on
me
Dom.
off. Like they go to those lengths, but like Dominic also does like post about his wife, and he recently got married a couple of months ago. But Triple H, I made the fid on it earlier. He had a dig. He's like all these old guys that comment about the young guys breaking kayfabe when they're the ones sitting down doing interviews. Well, what's the problem with that? What's the problem with that in your eyes? How can Triple H have a How can Triple H have a go at like Jake the Snake Roberts for cutting a shoot interview 30 years after the incident took place, compared to people breaking fucking kayfabe on the actual show?
I know, it's actually disgusting.
No, how can he think like that?
It's disgusting.
Like, see Undertaker, right, sitting on 6 Feet Under podcast talking about, oh, Foley, seeing I fired you off that cell, man, I thought you were dead, I feared for your life. Yeah, he's breaking kayfabe, something that happened 27 fucking years ago, right? And see if you can't differentiate the difference between that and people on Raw just breaking kayfabe. Look at the
because their careers are done, and that's decades ago.
It's done.
Whereas the current wrestlers, their careers are ongoing, and they're fucking ruining and taking all the disbelief out of things that are happening week to week in current time. That's not the same as some guy that's retired and will never wrestle again and done something fair. It's just not the fucking same.
It's like Shawn Michaels did shooting interviews in like 2000. I remember them. He had like the jawbreaker.
No, you know what that's like?
That Van Damme, man.
Yeah, but that's like, that is like Sylvester Stallone coming out and doing an interview and maybe putting over Drago and talking about their fight that they had in Rocky 4. And then that would be like, trying to think of a show that's on now, that would be like, for example, Pedro Pascal coming out right now and just talking about all the spoilers that's going to happen in this season of The Last of Us. Which one's more damaging?
The 40-year-old movie, or the scenes that haven't happened yet?
You know, like, it's mental, absolutely mental.
I cannot believe the PR disaster for WWE the past couple of days.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be having more WWE fids coming soon, because we've got Nick Khan taking a dig at Tony Khan, saying that he's going to sign all the AEW wrestlers. Basically, said that Tony Khan's just a guy that uses his daddy's money. We'll be talking about that.
But no, it's fun.
And also, we've got Triple H with probably one of the lamest excuses as to why he thinks the WrestleMania 41 build has been, in his words, slightly weird, aka absolute dog shit, and those vids will be coming soon.
Slightly weird.
Well, how did you want to end it? You were going to say something?
Fuck Triple H, him and Nick Khan and Roman Reigns. See the pish that those three combined this week have came out with, man. We're the underdogs.
We've also got 25 reasons why somebody sucked. Triple H, he can be next.
What do you make of that, we're the underdogs? It's WWE. What's underdogs about it?
Yeah, the only time WWE have been underdogs is during that 83-week period of Bischoff.
No, but then you've also got, right, it's like the fans...
No, that's it.
No, I know, but the fans will bury, like, AEW ratings, but apparently it's great that they're going to sign the AEW guys that don't amount to fuck all, according to them. Then, what was I going to say about Triple H there? What did he say? Yeah, internet fans aren't real. You can't have it both ways, you big-nosed twat. How can they brag about the social media, like X and Facebook interactions and views, you know, Alex, but then claim they're not real?
Yeah.
They're only real when they're in favour of us.
Oh, look! Oh, The Rock came back and it got 100 social media views across all the platforms. Over 24 hours to brag about that, but then some people online criticise, they don't count, they're not real, doesn't exist.
Then he came out and said, why they analyse the show too much, they need to just sit down and enjoy it and don't...
What is there to enjoy?
Yeah,
but
then this is the same guy that purposely rewrites shows to get one up on the dirt sheets. He's fucking wired to the moon.
Did you see him when he was conducting the Rey Fenix entrance? Did you see it?
Yes.
And he's
fireworks there.
And we need him to be doing this. It's all about him.
I can't believe the guy I grew up watching, burying people left, right, and centre's turned into this much of a fucking fanny.
Also, he done the whole finger point to the belt with Sol Ruka. She's the new Speed champion.
He's a fucking...
What does that mean? No, I mean, Soraka wins the speed title and he's there posing with this fucking belt that means hee-haw.
Somebody said he's purposely booked Mania shit so his Hall of Fame induction becomes the main attraction. I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
Yeah, could be onto
That's
something.
why it's slightly weird, isn't it?
Anyway, that's it, guys. Till next time. This was slightly long. Peace.